He is wise, he is kind, he is strong. He is my dad. He's my role model whose every word and action has a tremendous effect on me. My dad has been a significant influence in different parts of my life. As a young girl, he showed me what it was to love someone unconditionally and how to be a great support system. His past has helped me understand the value of tremendous work ethic and also how to prioritize your own life. Now as a young adult, he teaches me responsibility and the importance of family. He is a reliable person who has been my greatest influence on whom I am today and who I will be tomorrow. If you grew up in the Perez household, then you knew that my dad always had a camera on hand to record any special moment he could. You can tell how much he loves every single one of his children in every video. We have many family videos, and of course, my favorite ones are of me. My most favorite one takes place back in 2005 on Thanksgiving. My brother was recording, and my dad was pulling me on a sled. He then slips on ice and falls, and then I go flying in the air. It was so funny that my family wanted to get it to be on America's Funniest Home Videos. For some reason, it wasn't, but whatever. I'm the youngest of 6 children, and the age gap is large. Therefore, I receive all my dad's attention. Even though he worked a 9-to-5 job 6 days a week, he always found time for me. We enjoyed all of the quality time we could get together, like walks through our neighborhood or going to the park just to play basketball or tag. He attended every single one of my events through grade school, like gingerbread house making, science fairs, and fall festivals. He also attended every single one of our parent-teacher conferences, and I always had to go with. Like most little girls, I viewed my dad as the most loving man in the world. At the age of 7, my parents divorced, and my dad and I grew apart. When I turned 13, I moved back in with my dad, and my mother moved to Texas. Our bond needed time to grow again. To this day, my dad thinks he did not know what he was doing trying to raise a young teen girl who was hormonal and lacked self-confidence. But I think he was the greatest support system I could have ever wanted. He taught me the value of self-love, and he made sure that I understood that being an independent woman who loved herself is the #1 key to success. He also taught me that things don't come easy, and just because they don't, that doesn't mean you should stop trying. For him, at the age of 15, he became a migrant worker in Florida. He worked from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. under the scorching hot sun and never complained, and for that I respect him. He still holds that same work ethic today, and that still has an influence on how I perceive my own life. From a young age, my dad always taught me to be responsible, but in recent years it has been more prevalent. At 14, I learned how to write a check, pay bills, and understand the whole overall process of being an adult. When I turned 16, I got my license. I had more rules to abide by, like I had a curfew, and I had to let him know where I was, or else there would be consequences. I have had my license for a year and a half now, and the first time I got a ticket was a couple months ago. I was going 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, and of course I was scared to tell my dad. When I told him, like any other parent, he was upset, and he even told me I had to pay the fine. It was only $25, but from then on I understood that there are consequences for your actions. Even though my dad expects a lot from me, he has never forced me to do anything I didn't want to do. However, since he realized I am fully capable of going to college and getting a degree, he encourages me to do so. He knows I'm an independent person, but one thing he never wants me to forget about is family. He always says family is important, and we will always be here for you when you need us, and nothing will ever change that. Growing up, my dad always made sure that my large family always stayed close. He reminds me that no matter how much I want to leave, I should never forget where I came from and who I have there waiting